You didn't stumble on this message by accident. I don't care what you were doing before this moment. Scrolling, cleaning, daydreaming, or trying to make sense of your life, this found you because it was meant to. And I'm here to tell you something that will resonate deep within your spirit. Congratulations. God said it's all over. You've been fighting silent battles that nobody saw. You've been smiling when your heart felt like breaking. You've been showing up when your strength was barely enough to carry you through another sunrise. And yet, you made it here not perfect, not unscarred, but chosen. You might not even realize it yet, but something just shifted. Spiritually, the storm has passed. The lessons that used to hurt you have finished their work. The pain that kept replaying in cycles, the confusion, the uncertainty, the waiting, God said it's all over. Now, I don't mean everything in your life suddenly turns into roses and sunshine tomorrow morning. I mean the energy of warfare around you has lifted. The heaviness that followed you from one season to another, that invisible cloud that made you feel like you were always one step behind peace, it's been broken. You're walking into divine ease now. Some of you have been in what felt like spiritual boot camp. Every day was a test. You'd say, God, when does this end? When do I finally breathe? And he'd say, soon. But soon felt like forever. You saw people around you move forward while you kept being stretched and refined. You saw doors open for others that kept slamming in your face. And you thought maybe God forgot about you. But he didn't. He was building you in the dark. While you thought nothing was happening, everything was. The delay wasn't denial. It was development. You weren't being punished, you were being prepared. Every tear watered the soil of your purpose. Every heartbreak softened your heart to carry the compassion your calling requires. Every disappointment cleared away the distractions that couldn't follow you into your next level. See, chosen ones often go through what looks like unfair seasons because what's inside them requires pressure. Diamonds don't shine without fire. Gold isn't purified without heat. You were being shaped to carry something greater, and not everybody could go with you. Some of you lost people who you thought would be there forever. Friends who turned distant. Lovers who couldn't match your growth. Environments that started to feel uncomfortable, even toxic. You felt abandoned, but you weren't. You were being elevated, because the next version of you requires lighter baggage. Let's be real, being chosen isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it feels like rejection, isolation, confusion, and divine silence. You pray and hear nothing. You wait and see nothing. You keep showing up, but life keeps testing you. And yet, somehow, you never completely lose your faith. Even when you doubt, there's a small whisper inside that says, hold on, don't quit yet. That whisper is God reminding you, you're almost there. And now you are. You're stepping into that season where the things that used to drain you will no longer have power over you. You'll look back at the same situations that once broke you and realize you've healed. You've grown. You've leveled up spiritually. The old you would have crumbled, but the new you smiles with peace. When God says it's over, he means the suffering connected to that lesson is done. The chapter is complete. That doesn't mean life stops being life. It means that specific cycle has ended. You're not repeating it again. You've passed the test. You've graduated spiritually. Think of all the nights you cried and didn't even know why. All the mornings you woke up tired. Not physically, but soul tired. You didn't know how much longer you could keep pretending you were okay. But somehow, grace carried you through. Every single day, grace whispered, just one more step. And here you are. You know what's beautiful? The way God doesn't need an audience to bless you. Your elevation won't be announced with fireworks. It'll happen quietly. People who overlooked you will start wondering why they suddenly feel drawn back toward your light. Opportunities that ghosted you will reappear, and you won't have to chase them anymore. Because when God says it's over, he also says, now it's your time. Some of you will notice little signs, peace where there used to be tension, joy in the smallest things, conversations that feel divinely timed. Pay attention to that. That's how the new season begins. It's subtle at first. You'll just wake up one day and realize your spirit feels lighter. The things that used to scare you don't anymore. The future that used to feel uncertain suddenly feels exciting. That's how you know the old has passed away. God didn't bring you through all that pain for nothing. You didn't go through heartbreak, loss, confusion, financial struggle, self-doubt, and still come out breathing for no reason. You were being refined for purpose. Because chosen ones carry assignments, not just dreams. You were called to be a light in dark spaces, to bring hope, healing, and truth in your own unique way. And now, you're ready. This is your confirmation. The spiritual warfare you've been fighting has ended. The door that was locked has been opened. The people who walked away made space for divine connections. The confusion that kept you second-guessing yourself has cleared. You'll start to understand why things had to unfold exactly how they did. Maybe right now you feel a little numb, like you want to believe this, but part of you still carries the exhaustion from the last season. That's okay. Healing after battle takes time. Even peace can feel unfamiliar at first, but don't rush yourself. Just rest. Rest in the knowing that God said it's over. You've been climbing a long mountain, and for the first time in a while, you're at the top. The view is different here. The air feels clearer. The silence feels peaceful instead of lonely. That's what happens when the storm is behind you. If you listen closely, you'll notice your intuition feels stronger now. You can sense when something's aligned and when it's not. You don't chase, you attract. You don't panic, you trust. That's the sign of a soul that's matured through the fire. And let's be honest, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. You've changed so much. The version of you that used to shrink, apologize, overgive, overthink, they're gone. You've become grounded, aware, and still. You understand now that sometimes silence is the loudest answer, and walking away is the kindest act of self-love. That's why God can finally release you into your next chapter, because you've proven you can handle it. The old version of you would have self-sabotaged the blessing, but the healed version, you'll nurture it. You'll protect it. You'll expand it with gratitude. You know, sometimes when we hear it's over, we immediately think of endings. But this time, it's not the end. It's the clearing. God had to close certain doors so the right ones could open. He had to let some things die so new things could grow. It's not a loss. It's a transition. You might still have a few moments of doubt, wondering if you're really free from that cycle. But remember, the enemy always tries to test your peace after victory. Stay grounded. Stay prayed up. When your mind tries to replay the old pain, say, "No, that's done. God said it's over." Speak it out loud if you have to. Your words carry power. You're not the same person who entered that storm. You've been anointed with clarity and wisdom. You understand now that surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means giving over. You let God do what only He can do. And because of that, everything that once worked against you will now work for you. The tables are turning in your favor. So breathe. You made it. You've entered your harvest season. It may not look huge yet, but trust me, it's unfolding. One miracle at a time. Now that you know the storm has passed, let's talk about what comes next, because endings are only half the story. When God says it's over, He's also saying, "Now, watch what I'm about to do." See, after every pruning comes fruit. After every test comes testimony. You've been stripped, yes, but not to break you, to make space. Space for the life you were always meant to live. You've been walking through a wilderness season for so long that you forgot what peace feels like. You learned to survive on faith alone. But the thing about God is that He never leaves you in the wilderness forever. The same hand that led you through the valley is now guiding you into your promised land. And no, your promised land isn't just material blessings, it's peace of mind. It's joy that doesn't need explanation. It's that deep knowing that you're safe, loved, guided, and covered. It's waking up and realizing you no longer have to fight for what's already yours. For some of you, God is about to restore everything that felt lost, but not in the same form. It's going to come back better, elevated, purified. The relationship you thought you needed will be replaced by divine connection. The job you lost will be replaced by purpose-driven work. The dream that seemed dead will suddenly have life again. And it won't even feel forced, it'll flow. You've entered a season of divine flow, where things start to align naturally, where doors open without begging, where you feel pulled instead of pushed. That's how you know you're aligned with God's rhythm. It feels effortless. This is the season where God says, I'll make up for lost time. Every delay, every disappointment, every detour, it wasn't wasted. It was woven into a plan that's bigger than your imagination. You thought you were late, but you're right on time. You were never behind. You were being hidden until the right moment. And that moment is now. You're about to see divine connections coming together in ways that will make you smile and shake your head in disbelief. People you've never met will start speaking your name in rooms you've never entered. Opportunities that seemed impossible will show up suddenly. And it won't be luck, it'll be alignment. Because when you've passed the test, when you've learned to trust without seeing, when you've surrendered without losing hope, that's when God says, now you're ready. You're walking into what I call the effortless yes. The kind of yes that doesn't come with anxiety or fear. The kind that fits your spirit perfectly. The kind that reminds you why nothing else worked, because this was always meant for you. And listen, you're going to feel peace so unfamiliar that part of you might want to sabotage it. Don't. You deserve to rest. You've been in fight or flight for too long. You've been surviving for years. It's okay to enjoy what you prayed for. It's okay to laugh again, to dance again, to receive without guilt. You don't have to be on guard anymore. The battle is over. You can finally breathe. You're going to notice your spirit shift. You'll crave different things. You'll outgrow certain conversations. You'll find yourself uninterested in drama, chaos, or competition. That's not arrogance, that's ascension. You're simply no longer aligned with the vibrations of struggle. You've moved from survival energy into creation energy. Now you get to build. You get to plant seeds with intention, love, and clarity. You get to create your life consciously, not reactively. And here's the best part. Everything that once drained you will now serve you. The lessons, the scars, the heartbreaks, they've all become wisdom. You'll use that wisdom to help others heal. That's what chosen ones do. We turn our wounds into wings. You might not even realize it yet, but people are watching you quietly. You're inspiring them just by existing, by surviving, by showing that light can live even after darkness. You don't have to preach to be a messenger. Your presence is a sermon. Your peace is your proof. So keep walking in that light. You'll start to see signs of divine alignment everywhere. Unexpected blessings, opportunities that just click, people who feel like destiny. And when you do, smile, because you'll know what it means. God said it's all over, and He meant it. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Don't hide your glow because it intimidates small minds. You've earned this radiance. Let it shine. God said it's over, and now He's saying, rise. Rise in faith. Rise in purpose. Rise in gratitude. This is your moment to step fully into who you are, the healed, grounded, spiritually awakened version of you. You know what's wild? How the things that used to break you will now make you laugh. You'll tell your story someday, and people will say, I don't know how you made it. And you'll smile and say, I didn't, Grace did. Because that's the truth. You were carried. And that's why you'll never doubt again. You've seen what God can do when your strength runs out. You've witnessed divine timing in the messiest moments. You know now that nothing is wasted, not a tear, not a heartbreak, not a season of silence. Every bit of it built your foundation, and now that foundation is unshakable. So if you feel peace right now, lean into it. If you feel stillness, trust it. That's the voice of God whispering, it's time to enjoy. And if you're listening to this thinking, this feels like it's speaking directly to me, that's because it is. Spirit knows how to find its own. You were meant to hear this. This message is your spiritual closure. You don't need to keep replaying the old story. You're free. The next chapter is about expansion, creativity, and abundance, not survival. You're walking into answered prayers. And when those blessings start showing up, don't question if you deserve them. You do. You earned them through faith, patience, and surrender. Now it's your turn to live, not just exist, to smile for no reason, to love yourself without guilt, to walk in rooms knowing you belong, to move through life with quiet confidence, because you know who walks with you. That's what it means to be chosen, not perfect, but chosen. Not without scars, but full of grace. Not always knowing where you're going, but trusting the one who leads you. And if there's one thing you take from this message, let it be this: you are not behind. You are divinely on schedule. The struggle was the preparation, the waiting was the alignment, and the release this moment right here is your confirmation. So, when you wake up tomorrow, don't carry yesterday's weight. Look at yourself in the mirror and say it out loud. It's over. I'm free. I'm ready. And mean it. Because your energy shapes your reality. Walk like the storm already cleared your path. Smile like heaven just signed your name on a new chapter. And move with peace like you've already won, because you have. If this message reached you, it wasn't random. You were meant to hear it now, in this exact season, as proof that God still speaks and miracles still unfold quietly. So take a deep breath. Feel the shift. You've entered your new beginning. And if your spirit agrees, if something inside you feels that truth rising, say it with me. Thank you, God. Thank you for bringing me through. Thank you for ending what no longer serves me. Thank you for the peace I didn't know I could have. Because now, it's your turn. Your story of survival is turning into a story of divine success. Your pain is becoming your platform. Your waiting is becoming your witness. And if you're still doubting whether this message was meant for you, here's your final sign you wouldn't still be listening if it wasn't. Spirit doesn't waste your time. So go ahead, step boldly into your next chapter. The old season has expired. The suffering has served its purpose. And now, all that's left to do is shine. Congratulations, chosen one. God said it's all over. And this time, it really is. If this message spoke to your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs a reminder that their storm is ending too. And if you felt that peace settle in your chest, that quiet knowing, drop a thank you in the comments. Subscribe for more messages like this, and stay connected to this energy of awakening. Because this is just the beginning.